Hello, Diana.
Hi, Jackie. Lovely to see you.
See you again as well. Yeah, lovely to see you. So, we were together on Friday for Diana's celebration of an Earth Day.
On
Um,
a birthday, yes.
yes, absolutely. Which was lovely. Anyway, we said about doing this just because talking about October the 22nd, I'd love to know
Right.
more about that, how it came about, why that date's been chosen. Anyway, yes. So, and you said you were happy to talk about it. So, thank you.
Yes, of course, yes. Well, there's no such thing as an accident. It was originally going to be just a little holiday, and then it was, we'll just do a little workshop while we're out there. And then it was, oh, there's this 500-seater. That's perfect for you. You do it. And so we did it. And then it was more and more information coming in from my guidance about what we had to do on that day, how important it was. They started saying, this is the most important event since the cosmic moment, because it's to raise the frequency of the planet. And so all over the world, people are going to be doing things in their own way. But we have been asked, and we've been allocated 16 million people that we have to raise the frequency of, which sounds rather daunting, but we've just got on with it. And there are extraordinary things happening. The first thing we do is raise the frequency of the third eye. Now, the importance of that is not just because of the psychic stuff that people know, but because Afghanistan is the third eye chakra of the planet, and it's reflecting the third eyes of humanity. And it's destined to be, at this moment, the last place on the planet to be at peace. So if everybody raises the frequency of their third eye, we'll be able to bring it into peace. When we have peace on in the whole world, then extraordinary things happen, because the amethyst skull from Atlantis, which holds all the wisdom and information of Atlantis, is going to release its light. This is going to light up every crystal on the planet that anybody's ever done a ceremony and put energy into. They're all going to come online. And so the amethyst skull information is being released. The crystals come online. When that happens, there's a portal in China which radiates pure white energy of love and has never been opened before. That's going to start to open, and that's going to spread love at a higher frequency than we've ever experienced to everybody, and start opening the higher hearts of humanity. And there are a whole lot of other things happening, because the hollow earth centers of all the planets are starting to merge and exchange love energy, all of which raises the frequency of our planet. Now, you know AJ Roberts. Well, I call him Andrew James Roberts, but I've got to read this because it's extraordinary. He is going to be there in Portugal with us on the platform, and we have other people who are extraordinary beings too. Now, he was a soldier. He was deployed in Afghanistan, which, as I've said, is the planetary third eye. But he is a high priest of Arcturus. He's on the council of Arcturus. He was a high priest in Mu, which was the civilization before Atlantis, Lemuria. And so he serves as one of the 88 beings who work with the Intergalactic Council. He's currently serving on the higher council for Earth and on the council of Saturn. He's on the council of Sirius and the council of Orion. We have no idea what amazing beings are all with us and around us all the time. He has leave of absence from those roles during this lifetime, but he will go back to them afterwards. He is a high priest in Jupiter, and he stepped forward in this lifetime now on the 22nd of October to anchor the codes of Jupiter into the planet. And so this means he's opening the planet. We're anchoring that portal into Afghanistan. And this is about abundance consciousness for humanity, about expansion, about psychic awareness and peace. And so this is amazing. And he's going to anchor those codes for as long as possible. So we will do the meditation to raise the frequency of the third eye, and then he will anchor all that energy in. Now that's the very first thing we're doing on the day. After that, Adrian Lee will come onto the platform. Now we all know Adrian, and he's going to clear the Akashic records. But I've already, that will enable us to be ready for our monadic merge. And I've always said to him, Adrian, this is not your job for this lifetime. This is just temporary. And he is a high priest of Andromeda. He is also a high priest of Venus, and he was a high priest of the healing temple in Atlantis at its peak time. He is anchoring 11th dimensional light codes from Andromeda, the heart of the universe, into the planet for the first time ever. And his soul contract is to anchor them for as long as it's needed. So that is what we will be doing second on the day.
Amazing.
This is all preparation. This is preparation for the merging with the monad. Now, your monad is your I am presence, your original divine spark from God. It's the highest possible 12th dimensional aspect of yourself. Your monad can come down to meet you at the 11th dimension. In 2012, for the very first time, some people started to be able to connect with the 11th dimension. Now more and more people are doing this. And during the incredible meditation to merge with our monad, we will be connecting with and bringing in 11th dimensional light codes from some of the planets of the universe, those that are chakras. So we're starting the meditation by receiving energy from 5 illumined masters: Saint Germain, Merlin, Paul the Phoenician, Lord Vuslu, who was the highest frequency high priest of Atlantis. He actually brought to Atlantis the keys and codes to enable it to jump shift into the golden era. And he's here again, and he's going to place his flame into our heart with those keys and codes to enable the jump shift. And then even more amazing, Elmira, he is stepping forward. Now, he is the Manu. That is the being who carries all the energies, the keys and codes of the 5th dimensional human of the new golden future. And this means that he has all his 12 strands of DNA fully intact and active. And what he is doing is, if you give him permission, literally stepping energetically into your physical body and transferring the keys and codes that we're ready for on that day. So when we're surrounded by these masters and we've made these connections, then we're creating an archangel ball. Now this is, we call in 12 archangels. They are the archangels of the chakras, plus Mary, plus Butalel, who is in charge of the flow of the cosmos and is one of the most awesome beings there is. He's really a universal angel on a very high frequency. They are going to bring their energy into us, but they are lighting up the energies that we need at a higher 5th dimensional frequency for our stellar gateway to really open. And so that's why we're doing that. And then we can unlock the light codes from the different chakras of the universe, which are Saturn and Sirius and Venus, all the cosmic planetary chakras. And the key to unlocking them is love. So we are preparing to open our hearts and send that light out of love and unlock those codes which pour down over us. Now, during that meditation, after we have merged with the navel chakra, which is the sun, we are going to the sun beyond the sun, the great central sun, Helios. And then that brings in the energy of all you can be. That's where all the light codes of this universe are created. And Tim Wilde, we all know and love Tim, he is a high priest of Arcturus, a high priest on Orion. He is a high priest in Atlantis. He was a member of the Council for Earth and one of the 88 who works with the Intergalactic Council now for the universe. He is anchoring the 11th dimensional light codes from Helios and for humanity into the planet. He is the only person on the planet able to do this. And it's the first time ever that this energy's ever been accessed and anchored on Earth. And his soul contract is to ground and hold it for 3 years. Now, it's, to me, these are just awesome things that we're doing on the day, but we all have to take part in that because 2,000 years ago, Jesus accessed and then anchored into the planet the 7th dimensional Christ light. Well, the frequency of the planet has risen so much since then that we are now collectively going up to access the 11th dimensional light from Helios, and then from Andromeda, and then from Lyra. And we are bringing those very high frequency energies in and light codes in. And then all of us together are anchoring it into the planet. Well, sorry, I said that wrongly. We are all accessing it. And then the different people, Adrian Lee for Andromeda, I've already discussed who he is on a spiritual level. Tim Wilde for Helios, and Mia Kafkios, who is going to anchor the codes of Lyra. Now, this is very interesting because she's a high priest of priestess of Andromeda. She was a high priestess in Golden Atlantis in the Temple of Truth in the highest frequency times. She currently serves on the Council of Earth, the Council of Saturn, and she's had to have special permission from the Intergalactic Council to anchor that pure white 11th dimensional light, which is unicorn energy, from Lyra into our planet for the first time ever, for humanity and the world. And her soul contract is to do it for the rest of our lives. So we are all serving by helping to access that energy and bring it down so that these 3 mighty beings can anchor it into the planet. Then we all receive these light codes, but we haven't done one of them, which is Earth. And then we all open up and allow the light codes to flow through us into our planet and into its ascended aspect. Now, Earth is gold. That is the wisdom energy that she holds. We are bringing in these very high frequency light codes flowing around the planet, and they will transform the energy, merge with it into white gold, which is a higher frequency. This then flows around the planet and radiates out into the universe. I mean, can you imagine it? All these people holding the energy of Earth, radiating golden white into the universe. It's awesome. And this will enable Earth to rise in frequency and take her rightful place in the universe. When we have done this, we are ready for our monadic merge. So we bring the energy up through us, and we by now have a golden white light body. And we then, our frequency rises into a 11th dimensional frequency. And that's when our monad, who is gold, comes down to enfold us, and we make our monadic merge, which is beautiful. When
Absolutely.
I do this meditation, and we're only halfway there.
Yeah.
I do this meditation every single day. I do it aloud, and this is part of my contract to prepare for that day. Because as I do it, and various of the teachers of the Diana Cooper School are doing it, we are preparing the whole world to be there and do it. And so we merge with our monad, which is for most people a beautiful, beautiful experience. When I first started doing this meditation every single day, which is 4 months ago, I had to knock on the door of the monad and ask permission to enter. And then permission was granted. And then a few days later, the door would be open waiting for me, and I'd go in. And then a few days later, I would be invited in, and I'd be sitting there with these high beings. And it's grown and evolved. And now I just step in and merge with my monad. And I'm hoping that this will allow everyone else to do the same thing. And well, I know it will. And they will then just merge with their monad, and you wait in your monad. And then this is just shiveringly awesome. All our monads are moving together with you inside it, moving together to merge in the universe. And the light created is so enormous, it will illuminate the entire universe. I mean, how incredible is that people are getting the opportunity to serve in this way, and also to raise their own frequency. So we are with our masters still in our archangel ball of 12 archangels in our golden white light body. At that point, oh, I missed something incredibly, incredibly important. When we are within our monads and they all merge, for the very first time ever on this planet, we will reach the 12th dimension. So I said, will this be everybody? And I was told everybody that does the meditation and is awake. If they fall asleep, they won't do it. If they're awake, or if their guide has taken them out of their body, they will touch the 12th dimension for the first time ever in the entire history of this planet. So I did ask probably a stupid question then, well, how will people know if they were asleep or if their guide taken them out? And I was told they will know, they themselves will know. We then travel with our archangel orb and with our masters to the Intergalactic Council. Now, I've been going there every day and making petitions. And we're making the first petition, which is for high frequency, wise leaders with integrity to step forward to lead the planet. The second petition is for purification, really, for the planet. It's for clean air, clean water, clean soil in the highest possible way for humanity. Then people have an opportunity to make their own petitions if they wish to. And then the really big one. I asked Serapis Bey some weeks ago if he would place the pure white flame of Atlantis over the entire planet. And he said, because the pure white flame of Atlantis is seventh dimensional, but it is the most powerful flame for dissolving, transmuting lower energies. So in parts of the world, there's a lot of very dark, stuck energies, which is why we've had these great fires everywhere, floods, and it's clearing the deep, deep, dense energy from Lemuria and Atlantis. And that energy needs to be cleared. And the pure white flame of Atlantis is the one flame that can totally dissolve those lower energies. It protects individuals and helps stuck souls pass over, and then Serapis Bey takes them into the light. So I asked if he would do this for the entire planet. And he said, that's too big a thing to ask me, because that would affect the entire universe. And so he said, you must ask the Intergalactic Council. So next day, when I went to the Intergalactic Council, I asked if he could have permission to put the flame around the entire planet. And they said, that's too big for us to take an instant decision. You know, they would have to consult people, beings from other planets and universal systems, because it's going to affect the universe. And so they said, come back tomorrow. So I went back next day. I know it's been a whole story. This entire event in Portugal has been quite awesome. I went next day and they said, you may have permission for Serapis Bey to do this, as long as on that 22nd of October, when people have merged with their monad, they then come up with you to the Intergalactic Council and you all make the petition together. Now, as we know, time is all one at those higher levels. So that permission at that level is already granted. And so I've been going up every day and asking for him to do this, and then coming back into earth, into my physical body, and visualizing it happening. Here, Jackie, I have to tell you this. It has been quite extraordinary. When I first asked the Intergalactic Council if he could bring this energy down over the whole planet, I turned around, I thought, what's happening? And there were, I think it was 6 million souls from the universe around supporting it. So the next day when I went up and asked, there were 12 million. The next day, there were 20 million. Now, when I go up, there are literally billions of souls. These aren't people from Earth. These are people from, or spirit souls from around the universe that are supporting what we're doing to raise the frequency of the planet. I mean, is that awesome, or is it awesome?
Special. So special. It's so incredible.
I know it is going to be the most amazing, amazing day for the planet and for humanity. And of course, it's already starting, so that by the 22nd of October, everybody is going to be prepared, whether they realize it or not. Every single person that does the monadic merge meditation will be able to merge with the monad.
Could you just explain a bit what the monad is? I know, because I was told on Friday.
I did say a little bit about it at the beginning, but it is your I am presence, some people call it. Some people call it your original divine spark. When Source originally sent out sparks into the universe, these were the monads. It's the 12th dimensional aspect of you, with source energy just stepped down one level. And it is like, you can't imagine. It's a vast golden energy. Then your monad sends out extensions. And so they send out 12 extensions to explore creation. And those then are the souls, the higher selves. Each of them sends out extensions, and these become, our personality on earth is one of them. And of course, another aspect of you might be on Sirius or somewhere else. But that's how it works. So your monad is the absolute ultimate. It's what I remember Kumikar telling me years ago, that many people, what they call God is actually their monad, their 12th dimensional aspect. That is not source. That is something that currently is beyond our comprehension. So yes, we are doing something really important. It is a historic day. And so everybody that does their part to join in and raise the frequency of humanity is wonderful. We are urging people to take the live link and then get a group of people together and do it together, share it with others. Yes. And the more people that do that around the world, the better.
Why Portugal?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? As I said, it started as a holiday, but now I understand, of course, that we're starting with the rays of the freaks at the third eye, and Archangel Raphael's retreat is in Portugal. And Archangel Raphael is in charge of the third eye chakra of humanity. So that's
amazing.
One of the reasons.
And how did you realise, because AJ wasn't part of it to start with, but he is now. When did you, because amazingly enough, AJ's birthday is the very same day as yours.
Absolutely. 7th of September is a good day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, amazingly enough. How did it happen? I had lunch with him and some other people one day, and I came home and I thought, that's really interesting. Kumikar's got a message for me. My guide is Kumikar. And he said, yeah, AJ is to anchor the energy of Jupiter and the third eye on the day. So I texted him and asked him, and he said, I bought my ticket already.
I can well imagine. Oh, he's a joy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when I told Tim, he said, oh, this is what the Intergalactic Council has been preparing me for all year.
Oh,
I know. And it's just been awesome like that. And, you know, people don't realize who they really are in the inner planes, and that we have come into Earth for this lifetime in order to serve the planet and get it into the new golden age.
Incredible. I mean, Adrian's arranged it that it's on my website today as well, that I can, I know I'm going to talk about that in a minute, because I've got a copy of it and it's absolutely, anyway, I'll come to that. Shall I just share the screen and show what the event looks like online?
Okay.
For people to buy it online. I'll just check that I've got that.
We have a choice. You can either, the live event is full. You can either buy the whole day, and so you get the 3 meditations for £22 and everything else of the day, because at the end we're going to have a platform and everybody will answer questions. And then you can, or you can just buy the merging with the monad.
Amazing. So yes, this is, as I say, Adrian sorted that out, that it went on my website this morning, but you can get it obviously through Diana's website. Raise the frequency of the world, ascension, power boost to the golden future, full virtual access.
Thank you, Jackie.
Open that. Oh yes, and that goes through to you then.
Okay.
And that's the 2 choices.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's really, really helpful. Just want everybody in the whole world to share it with their friends and do it.
Absolutely. £22 for the whole day, which is incredible for what you've talked about.
Yeah.
The other
Well,
thing
it's
I just
share it with your friends.
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, to have a group of you round for the day to be a part of that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel so excited at the thought of it. But yeah, when you spoke about, Adrian is an 11th dimensional and AJ, what are you?
I've no idea, because when I asked about all the others, I then said, would they tell me it? And they said yes. So I said, but is this for the highest good? And they said, oh, it would be for your ego boost. And I said, then I don't want to know.
Oh, oh, incredible. Okay. Well, we know, I mean, Diana Cooper. Oh, so many years ago, I went to see you at an event in Southampton, but really for the longest time, you have been an absolute advocate for everything that a lot of people wouldn't speak about now, let alone back then. So yes.
Some people say I'm an idiot, and other people, oh, right, I've got to mention this, haven't I?
Yes, please, because honestly, I'm loving it.
Do you know, I think I've had more feedback from this than any other. It's called The Golden Future, and what to expect and how to reach the fifth dimension. So in the first bit, I talk about a bit about the history of the timeline, what's exactly happening now. And then I talk about the what we talk about next, what's actually going to happen in the golden future, how we're going to live, what the education system is going to be like, what the housing is going to be like, what transport, all of these things that we are going to live as. Do you know, I hear people saying, oh, what a world we live in. Oh, my poor children and grandchildren. No, no, no. We are moving to this amazing, awesome golden future on Earth. And we are just going to the bit where everything is breaking down before the new can be instated. The third part is very interesting because it takes you through the energy systems of the chakras. And as you read it, so don't skip it, as you read it, the angels are actually clearing the energy in that chakra so that you then come out at a higher frequency when you've read about the lessons of that chakra. I think that's amazing. And it's also the same with the audible thing that the audio that I've recorded of the book that comes out this week, I think. The last section is high frequency things that you can do to raise your frequency. And so it's very accessible and readable, isn't it, Jackie?
I'm not trying to add a sales push or anything, really. It's completely up to anyone if they want to buy this. But what I found, so even though the first section, the timeline, I just found so, because I knew it, well, I've heard it at different times, but this just makes it. So for instance, the 1987 harmonic convergence, I didn't realize I'd heard of those that day, and I knew it was important, but that was activated a 25-year period of purification to prepare for 2012. And then explaining that this 2012 to 2032, which we're just over midway, how important those 20 years are for humanity. And now to know about the 22nd of October, I mean, just bringing that all together, that is going to be almost like a harmonic convergence. It sounds like it's that important.
It is. Yeah. If people everywhere do this in their own way, and this time it's more specific because we're bringing energies in as well as merging with our monads.
Yes. Honestly, it does. It really sounds so wonderful. And obviously I'm going to watch online. I'd like to be there, but I don't get back from holiday till the day before, and then to go straight out to Portugal. Oh, well, you said it's full up anyway. That's sold out, is it?
Oh, it's been sold out for some time. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, anyway, yes. So I'm delighted to be watching it at home. But now what I'll do is either get it set up that I'll have a few people here, or we'll get a venue actually.
Get a venue and get lots of people to watch it.
Yes.
That would be brilliant.
Yes. That sounds amazing.
That's what I'd like to see. people everywhere just doing it together.
Well, we had the Empowering Talks event in Romsey yesterday, and
Yeah, I hope that went very well.
it was beautiful, yeah. But to meet in person and all get together, it's very, very special. So yes, you're doing an amazing thing by this, Diana. It's amazing how it's grown like it has.
Yeah, we've got a way to go though, but the more people that can take links or pass it through their own systems or become an affiliate and do it like that, the better.
Wonderful. Yes. Have you met Mia Kafkios yet?
Only online.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, because she looks very wonderful.
She is, and she's a friend of Tim's. So yeah, she's joining us, and I'll be so looking forward to meeting her.
So you can get to my web. I've put, instead of putting Jackie White, I've put my website address there. So if you went there, you can find on the upcoming events. This event for October 22nd is now on there, and then it links through to Diana's.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you, Diana. I hope everyone watching this feels as excited about this event as I do. And certainly I know as you are.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. And then I'm going to speak with Adrian soon about this. I'll probably ask AJ as well, because he'll definitely do one with me.
He'd love to. Yeah, I'm sure they all will. That would be super.
Yes, I could do one with everyone.
Well,
okay.
You're helping to raise the frequency of the world.
Bless you. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, anyone watching. Lots of love.